I get the sentiment there, and NCIS Fanatic 21 is a great supporter of our show. But let's understand, Jim Harbaugh took the Michigan job as an NFL head coach who had led his team to 3 NFC championship games and a Super Bowl and been successful at Stanford, and Ryan Day gaining his first head coaching job at the collegiate level. So there's no comparison in regards to track record at that point. Of course, Ryan Day is in a much better situation, it would appear, right now.
Who's going to be higher paid in 4 years?
Yeah, that's the question. That's going to tell us a lot of what is going to be transpiring in the next 4 years. And at this point, Ohio State has quite the lead on Michigan.
But we even talked about it before the season, Mark, where you're rating coaches, and you couldn't put Ryan Day ahead of Jim Harbaugh at that point because we'd only seen him in 3 games, and you knew more about Jim Harbaugh. But then there's the devil you know, the devil you don't know. The devil you know is Jim Harbaugh has only been able to get the team so high so far. The devil you don't know is Ryan Day at Ohio State, thinking the ceiling is very, very high there. So, why wouldn't you go with Day? But he was unproven. So now the market will catch up, and don't cry for Ryan Day. He's going to be okay. And maybe if he needs to take a couple of loans out, he can call Jim Harbaugh. Borrow some money if he needs it, and then they'll be making the same amount.
Now somebody's going to pull up my Big Ten coaches rankings video from last offseason and just obliterate me for ranking Ryan Day 7th or whatever. And I explained at the time, as Tony's alluding to, that I did not believe that he was and I don't remember where I ranked him, the 7th best coach in the Big Ten, but I was simply going with the approach that I'm going to rate everyone who I believe is doing a favorable job ahead of him as a first-year head coach, and everybody else as a first-year head coach. And those guys that I thought were underachieving at their school, I was ranking below the neutral line of Ryan Day and whomever else was a first-year coach in the Big Ten this year.
Not to spoil your 2020 list, but he's number 1 in the Big Ten, right? Like Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Who do you put ahead of him? I mean,
yeah, he now that I think about it, and I remember the conversation and exchange we had at the time, Tony, he's unfortunately going to have to displace Pat Fitzgerald on top of my list as the best coach in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mel Tucker, number 2. Keep an eye on it.
Mel Tucker, who's being paid almost like number 2.
Yeah.
You talk about a guy that fell into a situation in regards to pay. It may not turn out to be the best situation in regards to furthering his tenure down the road, because I think that's going to be a difficult lift.
Send the Fickle family a Christmas card next year.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he caught a real break. There's no doubt, and everyone's up in arms about the way he left. Whatever that school was, Colorado. That they, the passion they have for college football at Colorado is just unfreaking matched. I mean.